program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. Joining me in the studio today and every Saturday, former Kansas City Chiefs and Mainland High School alumni, former wide receiver Dave Klemic is in the house.
I'm even more proud to be that Mainland.
Yeah, we're going to get into that because we got a very special
The
guest.
Chief thing's okay. The Mainland thing is really cool right now.
All right, so it's a yin and a yang with you this weekend because we're going to have you tomorrow with us
Yeah,
as
the whole
well.
weekend with the Schweimer.
All right, and then, of course, our producer, our good buddy, Nick Earnshaw's in the house. What's up, Nick?
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
All right. Good. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing all right?
Fantastic.
I'll tell you what. I'm an honest guy. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and my problem is I talk too much. I tell people too much stuff. I probably should keep my mouth shut.
We know that.
We know. We know. We learned about
We
his
stay afterwards for more stories.
We learned about his Disney
Yeah.
experience last week on the air.
Oh,
We
by
didn't
the way,
know.
I gave that spiel last night. When I leave the studio, I usually call my brother as my first phone call, right? So I call him up. I'm on my. He goes, "Where'd it go, man? You messed up that whole spiel. You don't know it like I do." Like you thought it was good, right?
Yeah, of course.
You guys were impressed,
Hey, you're
but he's
driving
ripping me.
monorail.
He's
Yeah.
ripping me.
Guys, when you work with the Schwein twin brothers, they're kicking each other under the
Oh, I
table.
know.
Dude, well, and it gets worse. So full disclosure, I got to tell you what I did. I did something so stupid, and I'm so mad at myself because it cost me time and inconvenience. But this week, Monday, my daughter was raking the leaves out front of the house. Right, a lot of leaves are falling. She's raking the leaves, and while she was doing that, I turned the hose on out in front of the house, and I was cleaning the trash cans out. I just, so I had to, clean it out. Well, I inadvertently forgot to turn the hose off. All right, now wait, it gets better. Because she's going, "Daddy, I can't get this." So I got distracted. A lot of stuff on my mind. I'm working as a substitute teacher, right? So I leave the hose on. Next thing you know, Tuesday, I go down to do some laundry, and in my basement where my washer and dryer, my tubs are and everything, and I notice there's water underneath the dryer. And I'm like, well, we get water in our basement. So I'm like, well, what the heck's this? There hasn't rained in 3 weeks. Why do we have water there? Maybe there's a leak in the pipes. So who do I start calling? Wednesday morning, I get up, the whole basement's flooded. And I'm like, what the heck's going on here? So I called Joe Lenigan, my great good friend and one of our great sponsors, Lenigan Plumbing and Heating. I'm, "Joe, I got a problem. I got a busted pipe. Something's wrong, blah, 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 blah." Right? He's, I get a FaceTime. I'm showing him the pipes. We can't figure out where this water's coming from. So Joe's in Florida on vacation. So I called a buddy of mine, Carl D'Angelo, to come on over. He's a plumber up in town. But, I know Joe and I work with Joe. But Carl comes over and he goes, I wasn't home, and I forgot to leave the door open. He goes, "Bill, your hose was running." I go, "What?" The hose was next to the house. It ran for 2 days straight, and my basement's got a 1/4 inch of water in it.
Oh, man.
No.
So
Yeah.
I told a lot.
Well, at least you got to plug this one of the sponsors.
You think my
that's a good plug.
Right, but did you think
Job by you.
my brother went nuts on me? "You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Where'd it go, you stupid moron? You idiot. It's going to cost you." Like, all right, Bob, I was wrong. I did something stupid. I admit it.
you know what, living in Kansas City for like 4 years,
Right.
5 years when I was out there, I had to get used to people being nice to you. In New Jersey, your best friends, the closest people to you, are the meanest to you.
But they're nice. It's all coming from the
It
heart.
is, but it's
coming
like
from a good
said in a
place.
different way. And I was out
Really?
there thinking, these guys like me, dude. Like, they're like it's weird. They're all
They
telling
hate
me,
you with a smile.
yeah. Like, they're really weird. I had to get used to that. If you met a non-football player, that's
Right.
it. Like, if you met the football players, it's all the same. We're all, locker room buddies.
Yeah.
You can just anything goes. But in the real
Outside,
city, they're
yeah.
very, very nice people. It's just
Right.
They're nice here. They just say it in a mean way.
Right. So we got a great show. We got a busy show. This whole weekend is going to be really busy because Monday Night Football is coming up. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles at Arrowhead Stadium. I'm pumped up, Dave Klemic. I know you are. You played for the Chiefs. You live in this area. You're an Eagles fan.
Yeah, and
This
one
is
of
going
my
to be a special moment for you.
one of my very good friends is coming on the radio tomorrow with us, Jason Dunn, who is
Yeah.
an Eagle and Chief.
So we're going to get a really unique perspective from him because he played 4 years for the Eagles and another 6 years for the Chiefs.
Yeah, so and he was you'll see he's one of the best blocking tight ends in the history of the NFL. But Jason Dunn has very close ties in New Jersey. His best friend's a fireman in Atlantic City.
Okay.
He comes back here all the time. He does Legends events with the Eagles.
Okay.
Still.
Okay.
That's where I saw him most
Right.
recently. I saw him up at the stadium once.
When you
like-
were working, you went back for the
And then, yeah. Then I saw him in Kansas City at a Legends event.
Kept
there.
bumping into him.
So yeah, so and we've been in touch over the
Yeah.
years, and he has his own show called
we're
The
gonna-
Chief Concern
Okay.
in Kansas City. So
Well, we're going to be broadcasting live tomorrow from Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana, as we are every Sunday throughout the football season. You are going to be down with us, joining Mike Klemic, Josh Henning, and myself. You'll be with us as we get ready for Eagles football, for Monday Night Football. Eagles Chiefs. Now, because it's Monday Night Football, who's your favorite Monday night broadcasting crew ever?
This is tough.
Oh,
This is tough. I'm going to say something that a lot of people are going to disagree with. I love Joe Buck. I think Joe Buck.
Yeah,
is one of the, I love Joe Buck. I think he's
Because
been one
I
of the
have
best.
I've been watching Monday Night Football since its inception in 1971. So I've seen it all. I still believe, maybe it's because I was younger, but I like
probably
the
it.
original crew: Frank Gifford, Dandy Don Meredith, and Howard Cosell.
Can't go wrong there.
You can't go wrong.
Can't
there.
go
but
wrong there.
I mean,
It's a little before my time.
Joe Namath has done it.
Yeah.
There's been a numerous people. Joe
Wow.
Theismann, right?
Frank
Tarkington.
this is a really good
Boomer
question.
Esiason.
I like this
Yeah.
one. I love Collingsworth because
Collingsworth, you do?
Yeah, I love him because of his.
Without Michaels.
Yeah, I love him because if you listen to him, he could kind of be like one-sided offensively or whatever.
Right.
Right.
But at the same time, he's really good at just understanding. And I appreciate this, the sports science behind everything. Like,
Right.
so he gets into details behind schemes.
He
and routes
likes
and
it
stuff
because
like
he's
that.
a wide receiver.
Yeah, I do. I
Bias
do.
there.
All right, and then of course, Dave, your alma mater, Mainland, 12-0, faces Winslow last
13-0.
night. Now they're 13-0, but last night they were 12-0, facing 10-2 Winslow Township. They get the win, 41-7. And we're going to be talking with the head coach of the Mainland Mustangs, Chuck Smith, today.
Yeah, I mean, and Chuck was one of my he was my wide receivers, defensive backs coach when I was in high school, and this guy is like an older brother to me. As a matter of fact, I grew up on 714 Second Street. He grew up on 715 Second Street, right across the street.
Right.
Down the street.
And then as I get into later in the life, he's maybe early 20s, and I'm 17 years old, and we're close.
Right.
We're like, and he's takes me under his wing, I mean, literally me and John Stone, who now plays for the Raiders.
Right.
We will tell you our careers were totally jumped forward by Chuck Smith because he would teach us the latest and most cutting edge way to run a route,
Right.
techniques,
Right.
taught us how to spin a ball,
So he was a good coach.
juggle footballs, do all one-handed catches, all kind of stuff for free, just because that's who he is.
Right.
And if you ask any of his players over the years, they're all the same. They're like, he just went way over, above, and beyond the Call of Duty. Used to buy me clothes, give me money to go to college.
Really?
Yep.
So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, and I go spend Christmas Eve at his house.
That's
Just
awesome.
like He is and
I can't wait to get him on
have
because of that.
one of the most touching moments in the history of my life
Gonna make me cry.
was against
Starting.
we played a game against Holy Spirit when I was in high school. We hadn't beat them in 31 years.
Right.
We go to overtime with them.
That's
We are
awesome.
clearly a better team than them. It's like one of those rivalry games that it just gets anything can happen. We go to overtime. Bright Eister intercepts the ball in overtime. We win the game. Me and Chuck embraced. I cried. I'll still cry if I talk about this.
Yeah.
And it was like we held each other for so long because we knew how close of a relationship
It was
we
an
had.
everlasting
We ran
embrace.
right to each other
Right.
and knew we just hugged. And I mean, it was everybody's got pictures of that shot, and it's like to this day.
It's getting me pumped up.
Yeah,
man.
man.
You know, when you say when you don't beat somebody in like 31 years or whatever, and then you get that, you climb that mountaintop through, all the work, hard work, blood, sweat, and tears that you put into that. So that hug meant so much more than just a hug.
And, not having my dad around in my life, I take my coaches are my dads.
Well, you said that about Dick Vermeil.
Yeah.
He's like a father figure.
Yes, he is. And Chuck, when I give Chuck the hug, I hang on for like 10 extra seconds, or he's trying to get off, and I'm like, don't let go.
Well, this will be a special interview
really
with Chuck, and then at the bottom of the top of the second hour, we'll talk with the sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan live from Las Vegas and get his colorful look on sports in the NFL, the NBA,
all over the place. College football.
Stick around and just listen to him. You'll laugh if you don't like football. You will get a laugh.
He is the best.
We do the whole time.
All right, we got a couple things we're going to talk about in the next block. I want to get into this Carissa Thompson thing real quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, about her making stories up as a sideline reporter. Now, ironically, I was a sideline reporter for your game, Ocean City against Ocean City or Washington Township against Mainland, or Ocean City Mainland.
Ocean City Mainland.
Yeah, I did a couple of those games. I was a sideline reporter for Chuck Betson, and Wilbur Montgomery was the color guy. I was the Sacco Sun sideline reporter. And they go down to me. Let's go down to Billy Schwein for the Sacco Sun sideline report. But I never made up any story. Yeah.
Well, because it was a big deal. If you see a reporter on the sideline of your games, you don't forget that.
Especially in high school.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a big deal.
And Wilbur Montgomery, big time.
He was your coach, right?
And he wasn't my coach, but I did meet with him.
He was a coach for Dick Vermeil, though.
He was a coach at the Rams.
Okay.
And when I went to the NFL Combine, I met with Wilbur Montgomery and Corey Bird. He actually got us together. And Corey Bird, who was drafted by the Colts, who played for Virginia Tech, he got us in the room. He's like, guys, I used to call your games. I did your game. Yeah, he remembered it.
All right, so we got a big show lined up. Want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, with the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, I'm here to tell you about La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. It opened this summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll enjoy their famous pizza, daily specials, their game day menu, eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Hey, every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9. Every table gets a free pizza. Drink specials include $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peronis, and $4 house wines. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. Of course, they got plenty of big screen TVs, and they have a huge wraparound bar that you can see everybody. It's a lot of fun over there.
They spent a lot of money.
Yeah, man. It looks great.
It looks so good. Yeah.
All right. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chief, wide receiver Dave Klemic, and producer Nick Earnshaw, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Listen this Saturday to Notre Dame football on 97.3 ESPN.
Hi, Notre Dame fans. This is Super Bowl champion Ryan Harris. Join me, Paul Burmeister, and Tony Simeone this Saturday as the Fighting Irish battle the Demon Deacons from Wake Forest at Notre Dame Stadium. Make sure to tune in right here on your home for Notre Dame football.
It's Notre Dame football.
Sam Hartman goes all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
real.
On 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 3:30.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia Star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Winning means keeping our community safe. I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, we need to focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked out of reach of children and only accessible by you.
If you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
With GMF financing, qualified buyers excludes Corvette, excludes prior sales.
When you need a car, there's only one thing to know. There's no beating Bennett. While other dealers are still selling at or even above MSRP, Bennett is selling new vehicles at the GM supplier employee price. Not one penny more. That could easily save you 10% or thousands of dollars on your next car. But that's just the beginning, because Bennett gives you all the rebates. Not either or, you get both. And if you want used, the news gets better. Bennett is paying a whopping minimum $10,000 for any trade towards any pre-owned in stock. That's a minimum $10,000 for total junk. Imagine how much more you'll get if your trade actually runs. And finally, our non-commissioned sales staff is paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend, so there's never any pressure. It's actually a very pleasant experience. But don't take our word for it. Find new roads at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
Go to get your game on at the Gallery Bar Booking Games in Ocean Casino Resort this football season. Cheers your favorite drinks while cheering on your favorite team. Get in on the parlay while in the middle of a party. Go for the sports scene and go for the endless screens. Go to the Gallery. Go to Ocean. Go for the win. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic, producer Nick Earnshaw. We're getting you ready for Monday Night Football. Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs, your former team. And I'm excited about this game. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 55. It's also Kelsey versus Kelsey. It's Nick Sirianni, who, by the way, Nick Sirianni owns a 31-12 career record with the Eagles. He's the highest winning regular season percentage by an Eagles coach in franchise history. And it's the second best figure behind NFL head coach since 2021, behind Andy Reid. He's 31-12.
This is such a big game.
This is a big game. There's so many the
storylines
on the side are so big.
Yeah, if he wins this game in Kansas City against Andy Reid, I think that because in the discussion of coaching, he doesn't get the respect. I think that
you don't think?
I don't think he does. I don't think you're always talking about these great coaches and you're saying Nick Sirianni.
No.
You're saying
you don't think he does, Nick?
No.
Maybe it could be.
It's a good.
He's got two. He owns 3 Super Bowl rings, 2 as a head coach.
Yeah. But he doesn't get, I don't hear him get the respect that other coaches do, or he doesn't.
Is it because he's in a smaller market, Nick?
I don't know if it's a smaller market.
I mean, if he did that in New York or Dallas or Philadelphia or L.A.,
I don't know what it is. I mean, he has the best quarterback.
Chicago.
I don't know why he wouldn't get the respect. I mean, he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. No, there's no doubt about that, Andy Reid. I don't. It might be the smaller market thing. I don't know, but because they're playing on prime time every week, so it's like,
that's true.
You know what I mean? So like,
all right. So listen. So let's open up the text board line. 609-403-0973 is the text board number. 609-403-0973. Who is your favorite Monday night crew, announcing crew? 609-403-0973. Now, Dan from EHT, he won last week's Captain Chucky's $25 gift certificate. So Dan from EHT, if you're out there, we'll get that to you because you did win last week. We picked you out. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Who's your favorite crew? Mine's Dandy Don Meredith, Howard Cosell, and Frank Gifford.
Those
That's
guys
mine.
have some classic voices. Like if you're pretending to do a sportscasting voice, you're doing
one.
You're doing Howard Cosell.
That's the one.
Well, who's that for you, Nick? Because you mean he's a lot younger than we are.
Yeah, for me, I mean Monday night, I've always looked up to Joe Buck. I really have. Like I think he does a great job. I don't
see. What's your criteria for a great announcer?
All right, so there's two because there's play-by-play and then there's the color. The color guy who is like you're filling in all the blanks. It's just the guy the play-by-play is talking the play out.
Right.
After the play, the details are done. The fun stuff is done by the color guy. So you have to, if you really like a play-by-play guy, like but
what makes you like what he does? His work, the play-by-play guy.
I guess
the voice, the sound of his voice,
the
sound of his voice.
Right.
For me, the fact that he is good at what he does. Like he doesn't talk too much. Preparation doesn't talk too much. Allows the crowd the noise and the reaction. Doesn't overdo it.
Merrill Reese is a great play-by-play. And the reason why I think
great inflection.
His voice is fun. Yeah, he makes a play that's just words sound awesome.
Right.
Or he could make it sound bad, but just enough and just as exciting, but also educated.
O.J. Simpson was a part of that crew.
He was.
By the way, speaking of announcers, this week Carissa Thompson came out and said that she makes stuff up on the sidelines. She's made stuff up.
Right.
We got a clip of that. Let's play that. I don't know what to say about that. First of all, how can I say that? Obviously, I don't want to be sounding as sexist or
beep, go,
beep. But I don't. The girls on the sideline, I think, are there just for aesthetics, right? I don't know. Are they doing deep down dive into interviewing coaches? It's more of an aesthetic thing.
No, when you're on the sideline from what
she's
good looking
woman.
Getting them out at halftime, and
right.
You guys running past you, they're just gonna say, "Here, I'll make one up too."
Right?
We got to no quick to penalties, and
which is coach speak, which they all do. I mean,
penalties.
Very rarely do you get anything juicy on a sideline. Do you?
Man, you're that's what.
But
you're
she shouldn't
trying to get, and they get the same thing every single time.
But she shouldn't admit.
No, she shouldn't.
She should admit, right? I mean,
what do you say though? I couldn't get them. So back to you.
Right. I
mean,
I understand what she was saying, but I don't think she should have said it. Unless, I don't know. I mean, is she?
I don't think she should not have said that. She should not have said that she's making up reports. What you do as a sideline reporter is you just state the facts of what happened in the first half, or do something else that's truthful. No, you don't just make it up and say the coach said this.
Well,
that was totally wrong on her part.
Dave, you know that if coaches don't, like you said, usually the whoever's covering the game, the station has the rights to the coach, probably, right, when they're running.
Yeah,
off?
that's a thing they get,
right.
And that's a newer thing that they
like
made them
contractually
stop
obligated
and get
to
it before they go into the locker room,
Yeah.
or sometimes on the way out. Now, if you've seen that on the way out to the field,
You're going back out for the third quarter, correct?
So, that's a contractual thing. So if they don't do that, that's like a big That's a big deal because you're getting paid to do that. You know,
I'll never forget when I was a sideline reporter. Was it Degenhart was the Ocean City coach back in the day? I think I did the Ocean City Washington Township game. I tried to interview him at halftime, running off the field, and he gave me all one-word answers and left me like. And it was only like my third time doing a sideline thing, and I was like, "Hey, coach, blah 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 blah." Anyway, Yes. You're on TV, and
Right.
you kind of like elaborate a little bit. I should have said, could you please elaborate? But I got nervous.
Being a head
Because
coach,
she's a
too,
professional, like what she does. I mean,
being a head coach too, the only person that got away with all that one-word answer stuff is in New England. Bill
Belichick.
Belichick. He's the only one, because you
And-
have to be some kind of a TV personality,
right?
because that you're the representative of all those coaches that are actually coaching.
Greg
the head coach
Popovich.
doesn't coach.
Greg Popovich, another guy who gets away with the one-word answer type thing and
Is
the weird
there?
answers. Yeah, he's.
I
given
guess
some
if
weird
I was a little
answers,
bit
too.
more seasoned, I would have probably reacted differently. But I was like, this is my third time on a sideline, and he was all these one-word answers. All right, now let's go from one fabricator to another one. This Kelly Oubre story is getting a lot of press. I don't know if you're aware of it.
Yeah,
Dave.
now I am.
Now, Dave, you signed a professional contract. The first thing I thought when I found out that this could be a fraud, he made a police report that he was struck by a hit-and-run driver in the rib with the car with the
Right.
rear mirror, the side view of your mirror.
Okay. Yeah. Now,
All right.
okay.
In the
good.
police report,
Yep.
TMZ just put out the video that there's no car, there's no silver car in
Well,
it.
no. TMZ got video of the Ring camera of Kelly Oubre's apartment of him walking in hurt. That's what TMZ.
He's
got.
walking. He's got a bicycle. And here in this article that was written by Max Marlin, it says Oubre has been outspoken about his love for cycling as an outdoor hobby and training exercise. But whether he was riding a bike that evening remains unclear. The standard NBA contract bars players from activities that may be, and this is in quotations, that may impair or destroy his ability and skill as a basketball player. So if he got hurt, he maybe wanted to cover up the fact that he was doing something that in his contract he's not allowed to do.
Remember the point guard from Duke for a while ago? He got a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
And then they pulled his money in the NBA. In college, it's the same thing. If you get hurt off the field, in the NFL, I should pull my contract. Probably says the same exact
Right,
thing.
you probably have these
I would
in
have
small
to give,
print.
right. I was going to have to give back my humongous $7,000 signing bonus.
Really?
If I got hurt, in the offseason.
Like if you're climbing a tree,
yeah.
If you're climbing a tree, you fall out of the tree. It says you can't. That's something that may impair your ability to play football.
I fell out of a tree.
Yeah.
In
Fell
Kansas
out of a
City.
tree. You're right, you
I
told
fell out
me
of a tree in Kansas City. Every time I go back there, I go back. I'll show you the picture of it. My sister's seen it a million times. I fell out of a tree. The first day,
Can you
I got
imagine if you
activated to
broke
play.
your ankle or lose
I
Frank's
said,
brain?
somebody yelled out the window like, I can see it now. Like, because they knew we were football players. They goes, I can see it now. Dave Klemic, his
Right on
first
the
game
front page.
activated against the Broncos. He falls out of a
But
tree.
with all this money that this guy Oubre's making, can't he just tell the truth, man? Instead, they try to maybe make a fictitious report because the truth will set you free, man.
Yep,
I tell my daughter, you're going to tell your daughter, tell the truth.
Well, that's why I think Carissa Thompson's okay. She admitted it. She
Well,
was like, I did
okay.
that.
Yeah,
So,
guess what? You know what,
absolved.
Dave? That's a really good point because in the end, she admitted what she did. I don't know
But-
if she
but
apologized for it, man.
No.
She'll move on.
Yeah, but she
Because America's a chance of second, third, fourth
landed
chance.
second chances.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if she should have came out and said it like that because she kind of said it in a braggadocious way. That
Right.
was,
All right.
that's the way she kind of said it, though.
On the other side, we're going to talk with Chuck Smith.
He just gave me the thumbs up.
The head coach of the Mainland Mustangs in a big win last night. It was funny, too, because I was having a hard time getting on my computer. By the time I got on, it was already 21-7, 21-0.
Yeah. Well, they've been crushing teams this
Crushing
whole
'em.
season, and their defense is unbelievable.
My favorite name is Rocco DiBiaso.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
That's
That's a
my
great
new
football
name.
name.
That's a football name.
I'm wearing
right
my
there.
Chuck gave me this shirt right here, this Mainland football hoodie right here.
All right. The first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 to give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, I want to tell you about Captain Chucky's is now in Seattle. Try their famous crab cake, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano's stuffed breads, pierogies from the pierogi kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB. That's 609-905-CRAB. Or visit CaptainChuckySeattle.com. Go down there and say hello to owners John and Kathy McCann. They're at 4111 Landis Avenue in Seattle City. To see all they have online or that they have to offer, online ordering and local delivery is now available. That's Captain Chucky's in Seattle. It's crab with an attitude. All right, when we return, we'll talk with the head coach of the Mainland Mustangs, Chuck Smith. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Maxey gets the lead. Maxey double. Oh, baby, a left hand jam. Maxey flushes, and the Sixers lead. He's sky down the lane.
It's Sixers Nets tomorrow. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan. Call Lenigan.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Hey, it's number 59, Seth joining. Join me on the Bet Parks Sportsbook app, and you're in the zone. Bet Parks is the official casino and sportsbook app for the real Philly fan and the only app I recommend. Bet more than the score. Bet player performances like total passing and rushing yards. Bet total team touchdown. Bet who scores a touchdown. And nobody does live in-game betting better than Bet Parks. Bet on the action as it happens. Join me right now and download the Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. New customers make a winning $10 bet and get $125 in bonus sportsbook bets back. Must be a winning bet, and bonus bets must be wagered once. The Bet Parks Sportsbook is the only sports betting app that I recommend. Live betting, parlays, props, teasers, they have it all. Like me, I'm sure that you love to play, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 in NBA, New Jersey, Ohio, Maryland. Number 1-800.
Hey folks, we got big news and a small disclaimer. It's Springfield Mitsubishi Atlantic City, but it's actually in Pleasantville. Whoa! We got a secret stash of pre-owned budget-friendly cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got it all. Even cars with stories more interesting than your great aunt's last vacation. Swing by Springfield Mitsubishi AC. New location, new lamps, and lots of used cars to choose from. Visit us at SpringfieldMitsubishiAC.com and experience the sure way to buy a car.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live right here at the Toms River Auto Group studio in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Mainland and Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic is with us, and, of course, producer Nick Earnshaw. Now, last night, Dave, I try to get at the watch the game, the Mainland Mustangs versus Winslow Township. By the time I tuned in, it was already 21-0. This Mainland team's a powerhouse.
They're special, and they have some players that stuff that I've never seen happening before. Freshman quarterback John Franchini. Freshman. So
Kid looks like he's a tested veteran.
He's a sophomore now, but he's the only starting quarterback ever as a freshman. So Franchini, I always tell his dad, they're going to build a statue of you outside of Mainland when you're done, and they might.
But my guy, my favorite is Rocco DiViaso.
You love that.
That's my new name. He's my football guy.
It's a great football name.
It's a great name.
We got the coach on. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in the head coach of the Mainland. Good morning, Chuck.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Great win last night, Coach.
Yeah, it was a great team win. Just a special group of kids we have this year, and just a tremendous work ethic, and everything's coming to a head for us. And we're just thankful we have one more week to play for, and it's the ultimate prize in high school football.
You got a big team. You got some great names in that team, and we're going to get into that. But before we start getting into the meat and potatoes of the interview, you got Dave Klemic in here talking about you, Coach, and he's all welled up, man. You're bringing this guy to tears.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Special relationship we have going way back when.
He's getting all red-eyed right now.
Yeah. Well, we've known each other since he was a little kid. I was older, obviously, and lived across the street from each other in Summers Point.
His sister Jamie kissed me when I.
Yeah. I dispute that, Evan.
Throw that red flag, the replay flag.
Yeah, but and then Dave, was the guy when I was wide receiver coach. We won that first championship as a coaching staff here under Bob Coffey in '95. It was just a great group of kids, but working with Dave one-on-one in summertime and at night and all that stuff, and just watch him mature as a player and a person, and then continue his career at Northeastern, and then on to the Chiefs. It's just special. We've kept that bond all these years. It's just when you have those kind of ties and those kind of championship memories, they last a lifetime.
That's awesome, Coach. Mainland, you guys are storied past, man. You got some great teams in the past, but you got a great one right now. And you got a sophomore quarterback. I by the time I tuned in last night, it was 21-0, and then when it was 30, I think it was 34-7. You're running the ball, just trying to run it out, and you break a long one. I guess it was who had that long run? Dilly had that 70-yard run.
Yeah, we were just trying to get a first down on that play and just trying to kill the clock. And all of a sudden it popped. What are you going to do?
Right.
But, it's a great group of kids. And, yeah, you're right. We have a great tradition here at Mainland, a lot of championship teams. And, the arguments are always which team was better. But every team was unique unto itself, and the situations were different. They're all great teams. There's no comparison of them. But hopefully, if we top this off next week, which is the plan. It's been the plan since July 1st. Is to be right up there in that conversation with all those other great teams in the past.
I know last week Jeff Cusack. I know Jeff real well. We're good friends. I actually coached for him at baseball him for when he was AD at Glassboro. But he texted us last week, which team, Mainland team, is the best team ever? And Dave said the 95 team.
Oh yeah,
right.
I'm biased,
but he's biased. But this team, your team. Your current team is pretty big.
Well, I'll tell you what, with this team right now, and I'm going to ask Coach this is the first time that we'll ever play for an actual state championship. So this is the furthest Mainland's ever gotten in history. Chuck, Coach, sorry. Is this the highest we've ever been ranked too at 4 in the state?
I think so. I remember in 2002 we were ranked really high. I think in 99 we were ranked 1 or 2, but we lost in the championship game that year. I don't, just like anybody, it's a sports person. We don't even care about that crap until it's all over. We just want to win that trophy next week. It's just one of those seasons. It's a great group of kids, man. It's a pleasure to be here. This is one of those teams that you never want it to end.
Yeah,
you just love being around them. The kids love each other. It's unique. It's one of those things that just happens every once in a while. It reminds me a lot of that 95 team, the camaraderie that team had, between each other. There was nobody saw color. Everybody loved each other. Everybody hung out with each other. And that spurred off, 3 straight titles in that span right then. And then the 08 team was another team that had a special connection with each other. And this team's right up there. I had a lot of guys from the 08 team who I'm still very close with, Brent Caprio and guys, mentioned, is this team as good as that team? I said, I don't know. You know, every team's different. And we still got, that was before the sectional title. I said, we still got to win the sectional title just to be in that conversation. You know, now we've won that. Yes, this is the furthest the Mainland team has ever gone to the state final. And we set the record with 13 wins now. And but the big goal is to get that number 14 next week.
We're talking with the head coach of the Mainland Mustangs, Chuck Smith. Chuck, talk to us about some of your assistant coaches, how important they are for a team that, you know, to go 13, possibly 14-0, win a state championship. You got to have help.
You stole my question.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Brilliant minds think alike.
No,
How about
great.
that?
Yeah.
No, but give us some of the names of some of your assistant coaches and what they mean.
It's a great. I think one of the hardest things to do in a high school sports, especially football, because you have such a big staff. It's the biggest coaching staff of any high school sport. Is to develop a staff. You know, it's hard to find people who have that flexibility at 3:00 in the afternoon and can put in that time 6 days a week, all season long, sometimes 7 days a week. A lot of people say they want to coach, and a lot of times it doesn't work out. You know, people that are outside that teaching industry. And over the time that I've been coaching, 35 years now, there aren't all those people coming in now that get hired as teachers that want to do things after school. You know, back in the day, you weren't making a whole lot of money, so you did a lot of these co-curricular things, and that's where you develop those strengths of coaching and the methods. But we're fortunate, man. I've been able to hire some great guys over the span. I've been back here at Mainland. We have a lot of guys who have a lot of championship experience, and not just in football and other sports, like Billy Kern, who's my right-hand man. You know, he played for us on our O2 team. He's the head baseball coach. They've won state titles in baseball with him. Brian Booth, who's been coach here forever, also is the head swim coach here at Mainland. They've had state championship titles under his direction. And I have Andre Klemic, who teaches here at Mainland, and he's our golf coach. And our golf team is always one of the best in all of South Jersey, if not the state sometimes. And he's there. And then you have those guys who have that pedigree, and then you add to it a guy like a Tim Watson, who's a Mainland alum. And that's another thing our staff has. We have, like, I think 7 or 8 Mainland alumni on our coaching staff, which builds in that natural pride in the football program. So I have Tim Watson, who played for us, went on to get drafted by the Seattle Seahawks, was the head coach at Cedar Creek for 10 years and had tremendous success over there. And, you know, when his son was deciding where to go to high school, whether to go out there with dad out Cedar Creek or stay here at Mainland with his friends, he decided. Tim came up to me during basketball one time and said, "Hey, we're going to have a conversation with you about coaching." And, you know, it's a no-brainer for me to hire a guy like him. And the stuff that he brings, not just on the defensive side of the ball, but we do this thing, which is a very big part of our football program called mindset development. And Tim, it's like college level stuff. And Tim does such a great job in his preparation and his execution of that program to our players. It's something we do weekly with the kids before we go out on the field in the games. And, you know, to have him there running our defense and what he brings to it with his knowledge and expertise and his passion. You know, our defensive practices are grueling, but it makes Friday night easy for us. And then I have a guy, Clyde Folsom, who's one of the all-time winningest coaches in New Jersey history, has, 10 or 11 sectional titles to his credit from West Deptford and Bishop Eustace when he was head coach. And he's a Mainland alum from back in the 70s. And I've known Clyde for a long time. We used to scrimmage against each other when I was the head coach at Oakcrest. And, you know, he retired from coaching 4 or 5 years ago and relocated back here, retired back home here in Northfield. And I'd always run into him. I was always begging him to come back to coach. He wasn't sure if he wanted to. And then I was able, thank God, to convince him prior to last season. And he coaches our offensive line, helps out the linebackers. But to have a man like him on our staff is like having an encyclopedia of football at your disposal. It is just unbelievable. His knowledge he's one of the few guys I've ever met in my lifetime who could probably coach every single solitary position with expertise. Then to have a guy like him upstairs on game day to help me see things, to help with my play calling is just unreal. And the best thing about my whole staff is they're great men and they're great teachers.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say, you're at this point now. I got to do your preseason testing, and I've done this for a couple of years now. And the whole practice is like they're scheduled like to the minute,
regimented.
And then like between what Tim does, what they've done with their testing and we're composite scoring and the experience on that field, it's the most like a college,
closest to the college program.
When I went up to college, I would say this team has more experience and more like this whole coaching staff could be head coaches everywhere else.
Right.
Like they're that good.
Right.
And they're that knowledgeable. Every single last one of them. I mean, I could probably learn, like he said, an encyclopedia. Chuck is the encyclopedia though. Like he's been a more
well, head coach Chuck, you got to delegate authority, but you trust these guys with everything because of their resume and the quality of coaches they are.
And the best thing is about this staff is, you have all these, I don't want to say type A personalities, but yeah, type A personalities who've all worn the big hat, whether it's at football or something else, but there's no egos on our staff. Yeah. So everybody just fits their niche perfectly on our staff. It's not like I have to be the guy in charge or, someone else has to be the guy in charge or the guy talking all the. I have no problem delegating authority with these guys. Why wouldn't I with the guys I have on the staff? It's just.
But you know what you said, Coach, you made reference to two things that to me signifies why you have such a great team. You got guys that are unselfish and the camaraderie, the chemistry among the team, two key ingredients to winning championships. Obviously,
Absolutely.
talent.
Talent helps you out a lot. But if you don't have that chemistry and that team bonding, you're going nowhere fast. You might win some games here and there, and you can out-athlete people. But if you're not buying into a system and a way of life, especially in our football program, our football program is a culture here. It's a culture, and it's affected the school to a degree. You can see that. It's just the way we do things, and the kids have bought into it, and obviously it's transitioned onto the football field.
How about your coach? Speak on that defense, if you could. Absolutely drowns teams with that defensive backfield, and the D line just puts so much pressure. That's the one thing I've never seen anything like at Mainland. That's the best defense I'll say that unequivocally.
Wow, that's pretty
this
big.
is the best defense I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good defense. It's a very fast defense. And one of the things Coach Watson preaches to our defensive side of the ball is we want to be the fastest defense in the state of New Jersey. And that's how we play, and that's how we practice. I mean, we all talk about, we all know from playing the game, there's no magic switch on Friday night that you're just going to all of a sudden show up and be that guy on Friday night. It's what you do Monday through Thursday that determines what happens on Friday night. And we practice hard, man. We practice very hard on those days, and we want to make Friday easy. So our defensive practice on a Wednesday it's at a point where I had to cut out conditioning at the end of practice because the practice part was so grueling to the kids. It was like beating a dead horse to death at the end of practice. I was like, guys, we can't condition anymore on a defensive practice because we practice so hard. It's a tribute, and it's transitioned onto the field. We're not the biggest team out there by any means, size-wise, but we're the fastest team, and they're smart at their positions because they have great position coaches over top of each of them. Billy Kern's in charge of our defensive secondary, and he is insane how good he is with the schematics of a game and breaking down an opposition and their formations and tendencies. And Clive Folsom does the inside backers. Tim's in charge of the whole defense, but he coaches the outside linebackers. And then Antoine Lewis, who's another Mainland alum here, and he runs our weight room program year round because we lift at 5:30 in the morning in the off season. Wow. But he is one of the best defensive line coaches, one of the best position coaches I've ever been around. And we're just fortunate to have him on the D line because that was a big question mark for us coming into the season with our defensive line because we graduated everybody. And our defensive line is just as good, if not better, than it was last year. And that's a tribute to Antoine Lewis and his work ethic.
How about this, the Nova kid too? So coming up, we got Ramapo at Rutgers. What's the keys to victory? And what are we looking at Ramapo? Have you get to watch any film on them yet?
Oh yeah, we had a staff meeting already this morning. We're very good at, when we win a game, we're very good at celebrating that win that night. And the next morning when we come in, we really transition well to turn the page and move on. And it doesn't mean we don't, soak in that win or appreciate that win or anything like that. And I think that was the big thing this past week for the win last night was that win last week against Millville was such an emotional win, such a big win. We all know from being in sports, the next thing is the worst thing. The next game, do you have that hangover effect from it? And how are you going to bounce back are you going to have that emotional roller coaster where you go down? It's hard to get up for it. And our kids, when we came in, we gave them off last Saturday. When we came in on Monday, we handed out our game awards, and that was all. We didn't even watch the film as a team of the Millville game.
Wow.
We wanted to move on right away because our goal was to get to win a state championship this year. And last night's game was exactly where we lost to Millville last year in the state semifinals. So we wanted to move on to that and focus solely on Winslow. And, now we've got that. Now we're at that point where this is where we wanted to be. Back in July, this is exactly what we planned to be, right at the state championship game to win it. And now we're here. And, the Ramapo team is historically a great football program. They've won numerous sectional titles over the years. They're one of the North Jersey powerhouses. They had a nice win last night against, I forget even the team they played, to tell you the truth. But it was tight until the end. I think they won 25-21. Yep. Yeah, Mount Olive, that's what it was. Sorry, thanks. But they're very good. They have a great quarterback. I think he's thrown for over 2,700 yards and 27 touchdown passes. He's run for over 600 yards. He's very good high school quarterback. Great arm, great accuracy in there. They're not an overly fast team or overly big team, but they're a well-coached team. You can tell that by watching film and watching the position players and how they play and their technique that they have. And they've played a tough schedule. They played some good teams this past year, and they've been rolling in the playoffs also. Very similar to us. I think it's a matchup of two very similar teams in the way we look, the makeup of our teams, and the athletes that we have. And they're undefeated. I don't care who you play during the season. If you're undefeated at this point in the season, you're pretty good, man. And you can't take them lightly, and we're not taking them lightly. And, our kids will come in. I know this, and I have faith in this. Our kids are going to come in on Monday, locked and loaded for next week.
All right, Coach, we really appreciate having you on today. We're pulling for you, man. We want you to bring home that title.
Man, I appreciate it. You better be.
My whole Klemic family will be at this game. We're all going up to Rutgers, and we'll all be there cheering as loud as we can.
Coach, great. Congratulations.
Yeah, man, I just for a second, man, I can't thank our fans more than enough. I mean, my God, the way we've traveled in these playoffs, I mean, we packed the stands at Millville from end to end, 3 deep around the fence. Last night at Winslow, it was almost like it was our own home game. I mean, our stands were packed again. It was all along the fence from end of the field to the other end of the field. It's been awesome, man. We took 3 buses of students up there last night, and I expect it to be the same next week when we're playing the biggest game of the season in the last game. It's going to be awesome to go up there to Rutgers, and hopefully our goal is to bring back that big gold trophy back to Linwood.
All right, Coach, we got to go. Listen, good luck. We really appreciate it, and we'll bring you on again, and we'll talk about it again with you after you win the championship.
Love you, Coach. Guys. Thank you very much.
All right, there he is, Coach Chuck Smith, the Mainland Mustangs head football coach on the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, I'm here to tell you about Stanton Insurance Group, SIG Protection. Are the what-ifs keeping you up at night? Life is full of surprises, but with the Stanton Insurance Group, you'll never be caught off guard. Whether it's protecting your home, automobile, or business, Stanton will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price to give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit sigprotection.com to get a free quote today. That's sigprotection.com. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey later today on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app with Tim Saunders and Todd Fedoruk calling all the play-by-play action. It's Flyers Golden Knights later today. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey on the radio home of the Flyers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN, and listen live on the free mobile app.
Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste. Rendezvous Pizza is what right here from. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you go. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Now, more of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic and Nick Earnshaw producing. I want to tell you about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com. All right, hour number 1 is in the books, Dave Klemic. Hour 2, the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan live from Las Vegas. We'll get into our Eagles conversation on the other side and get you ready for Monday Night Football. Of course, the text board is 609-403-0973. Who's your favorite Monday night announcing crew? 609-403-0973. All that and more. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's week 11, and the Eagles head to KC for a Super Bowl rematch with the Chiefs on Monday Night Football.
Mahomes is back. He's stepping up. He's hit. They sacked him. They got him. It's Josh Sweat.
Eagles radio network coverage begins at 7. Merrill and Mike call all the action starting at 8:15. This is South Jersey's official home for Philadelphia Eagles football. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station. Brought to you by
GMS Law. Make the right call with 4 convenient locations to serve you. Boardwalk Honda. Shop our lineup of new pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas online at boardwalkhonda.com. The Fan Zone at Sun Valley Pools. Unique fan gear and gifts for every fan of every team. Cape Regional Hospital, Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union. Choose better banking. And South Jersey Gas.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
With GMF financing to qualify buyers excludes Corvette, excludes prior sales.
When you need a car, there's only one thing to know. There's no beating Bennett. While other dealers are still selling at or even above MSRP, Bennett is selling new vehicles at the GM supplier employee price. Not one penny more. That could easily save you 10% or thousands of dollars on your next car. But that's just the beginning, because Bennett gives you all the rebates. Not either or, you get both. And if you want used, the news gets better. Bennett is paying a whopping minimum $10,000 for any trade towards any pre-owned in stock. That's a minimum $10,000 for total junk. Imagine how much more you'll get if your trade actually runs. And finally, our non-commissioned sales staff is paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend, so there's never any pressure. It's actually a very pleasant experience. But don't take our word for it. Find new roads at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get a $50 gift card good for use at Provenza Restaurant and Event Center in Ventnor for just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at SeizeTheDeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to SeizeTheDeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com.
Have you heard? The Xfinity Mobile Black Friday sale is on now. Don't miss out on a free line of unlimited for 2 years when you switch to Xfinity Internet. That's over $1,000 in savings. Plus, see how to get up to $800 off an eligible 5G phone. Join the millions who have switched to one of the fastest growing mobile services. Now through December 5th, new customers can get Xfinity Fast Internet for $50 a month with Wi-Fi equipment included and a free line of unlimited intro mobile for 2 years. Plus, see how you can save even more with up to $800 off the latest 5G phones. It's your chance to get connected to the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. This offer won't last. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply to service and devices. Actual internet speeds vary. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Reduced mobile speeds after 20 gigabytes of usage. Data thresholds may vary.
Hey folks, we got big news and a small disclaimer. It's Springfield Mitsubishi Atlantic City, but it's actually in Pleasantville. We got a secret stash of pre-owned budget-friendly cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got it all, even cars with stories more interesting than your great aunt's last vacation. Swing by Springfield Mitsubishi AC. New location, new lamps, and lots of used cars to choose from. Visit us at SpringfieldMitsubishiAC.com and experience the sure way to buy a car.
Hi, Merrill Reese from Mike's Seafood Polar Bear Run Walk for Autism in Sea Isle City. The Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism has been promoting awareness and raising funds for special service schools and families of special needs children. Come join over 5,000 participants in the 5K race and the Family Fun Walk, followed by a huge after party. Join us in huge heated tents where they'll have great food, unbelievable door prizes, and the award ceremony. The party is not just for runners and walkers, it's for the entire family. They'll have clowns, superheroes, and face painters for the kids. For more information or to register, go to polarbearrunwalkforautism.com. That's polarbearrunwalkforautism.com.
Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism is Saturday, February 17th at JFK on the Boardwalk in Sea Isle City. Registration is from 9:30 to 11:30. Run Walk starts at noon.
Any day you can do something for children with disabilities, it's a good day.
With all the sports we have, every time of the year is the best time of the year.
And the crowd just buzzing with excitement.
On 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, Dennis. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob Mackley, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, and producer Nick Earnshaw is with us here on a Saturday morning, getting you ready for Eagles-Chiefs football, Monday Night Football. And our text board question today is, who's your favorite Monday night announcing crew? 609-403-0973, 609-403-0973 is the text board number. Now, you know, guys, at this time every week it's our favorite segment. So let's go to the Toms River Auto Group Studio Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good buddy all the way from Las Vegas, the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan.
There he
and
is.
look, he's got the white on today. Oh, you look good.
We're on the road, boys. Didn't you get the memo? We wear the white on the road and the green at home. What are you all wearing green for? We got to go to Kansas City on Monday night. I don't think there's a question. Dave, great to see you. Nikki, as always. Billy, tremendous. The tan still looks good in November. I don't know how you do it, Billy.
I don't get it. I'm not even suntan.
It's unbelievable. It's Howard Cosell, Frank Gifford, and Dandy Don Meredith. For those of you kids, you have no idea what we're talking about, but those guys made Monday Night Football what it is, was, and always will be. That's easily the 3-game parlay that wins that contest. I mean, vote, call in, text line, whatever you want. That's the favorite minus 100,000.
609-403-0973 is the text word. I mean, they've had some great guys over the years. I mean, Fran Tarkington, Joe Namath was a part of the crew. Hey, O.J. Simpson, Dan Deerdorf, I think, was a part of that crew for a while. I know I'm leaving out a bunch.
Though, when Dandy Dawn would start singing "Turn Out the Lights," the party's over. That was, as a little kid, I thought I couldn't wait for that to happen because that meant it was time to go to bed. The game was done.
And how about the iconic song? I mean, we got to cue this up, but when you hear this song, you identify, like when you were saying, Dave was saying about, like, somebody says, go get a Kleenex. It's not a tissue. Kleenex is the company, but you say, give me a Kleenex, say, give me a Puffs. Or when you hear Monday Night song, you think Monday Night Football. You hear that, Dave?
I don't hear it, but I believe it.
All right, yeah, he's playing the Monday Night, but is that an iconic song?
Oh, yeah, it's the best.
Do it. Do the Monday Night song. Dave, do it.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Do it, Dave. Don't be bad, Dave. Sing it.
Hear your version. I want to hear Sharapan's version.
Oh, I rap. I don't sing. I'm a rapper. Yeah, I just talk. That's it.
I like your hat, Dave. You got an old-fashioned
Kelly
Look
Green.
at that. Is that great or what?
That's the Kelly Green. Yeah, that's the bird. I mean, that's the one I grew up
Let
on.
me see your shirt. Let me see your shirt. That shirt fit you okay?
Oh, fits great. Yeah.
No, I sent you 3 shirts, right? Didn't I give you a small out there? One of the
Small for the kids. You always
Yeah,
got to give something for the kids. And you dropped one in there, and my daughter said, "Who is this guy, Billy, and why did he send you these shirts?" I said, "Listen, I talked to Billy and his friends every single week. They're in Atlantic City and Philadelphia. I told her we're going to come back in the summer and see you on the boardwalk so we can see the
Put her
tan
on all
in
the rides
person."
at Playland.
Yeah, see, like
I'll get her on all the rides. I put her on a Gale Force and all that stuff.
you gotta have a guy in the places that you go when you're not sure. And I said, Billy's our guy. He's gonna take us there. In New Jersey. I can't wait. But yeah, we got business to take care of, Billy.
Hey, first of all, before we start the business, I mean, we're like football season. You get to this time of year, and it's like, where did it go? Like, it's so much fun every Saturday getting these big games. Some of the big matchups over, and it just gets better up until Thanksgiving, maybe a week after the Army-Navy game, and that's it.
That's it, Billy. This is the second to last big Saturday. And then next week, the Friday before Thanksgiving, there's some really good rivalries. It's always a fun day. While, at least in my ocean of estrogen, the wife and the daughters will probably be out shopping or doing something. I worked for 15, 17 years. I always worked on Black Friday in the book, taking the bets and doing all that stuff. And Saturday, this is it. It's this Saturday and next Saturday. And then it's the long, cold abyss of college basketball on Saturday. So, get ready for that. But
we're ready. We're ready for it. We will be. All right, let's talk about last week's game, Michigan, Penn State. I mean, come on. Their offense is anemic. They can't, Penn State, these guys, it's every year they lose to Michigan and Ohio State.
Billy, we don't focus on the past. We look forward. The windshield is this big and the rearview mirror is this big for a reason. We look where we're going first and just peek where we were. Penn State's offense, terrible. We had the under. We told everybody on here. We told everybody all week the game was going to go under. I didn't know that Harbaugh wasn't going to coach before, but then he didn't come out and coach. He's not coaching this week. He's not coaching next week against Ohio State. It's going to be a monster game. But this week, Penn State's going to lay one on Rutgers. Rutgers isn't going to score this week. So, Billy, you can put Penn State in all your teasers. You can put it on a minus, whatever you got to do. Penn State beats bad teams. Rutgers is a bad team. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it today.
All right. So then Michigan, after a big win over Penn State, they go to Maryland at noon today. What do you think of that?
Well, all week the buzz in town here and in the books is that this is a really bad spot for Michigan. The look ahead, they didn't pass the ball one time in the second half. How no one on the staff at Penn State knew that they were not going to pass the ball was unbelievable to me because they kept getting first downs. I think Michigan plays it very conservative today, but still, how in the world is Maryland going to score? Sometimes the play is against the dog, even when you have to lay the points with the favorite. A lot of rhombuses, parallelograms, bad guys, all these guys that tell you Maryland's aside. Good luck with that. I know if I want to play this game, I'm only playing Michigan. Thank you.
All right. Tennessee, Georgia. A big game. Georgia, Tennessee's is a weird situation. They've got a good team. It's just that they've suffered some losses that they just didn't play up to their ability. I think Georgia, Georgia's Georgia, but they can't be. I mean, this is a big game for them today.
Georgia is Georgia should go on a T-shirt. Brought to you by the Locker Room. That's the next T-shirt. Georgia is Georgia. Georgia's number one. They are the best team. Tennessee is like one of those, like when you ever go in a jewelry store and a guy's really pushing like this one ring or something, and you go, it's a Fugazi. That's fake. That's not right. That's what Tennessee is. Okay, take Georgia, lay the points. You can enjoy Rocky Top and all that other stuff. They ain't going to be playing it very much today. It's not happening. I think Georgia wins, continues the road to face in Alabama in the SEC championship.
You think those two dogs are going to go at it, Smokey and Uga? They're going to go at it on the sidelines today.
Uga minus 8,000. I mean, Uga, he's going to eat up Smokey. Smokey's cute. Uga's a dog.
I hate to tell you, I think Smokey beats up Uga.
Whoa. Smokey looks like Smokey's got good movement and stick and jab, but if Uga gets close and they get tight, bam. I think Uga got the one-punch knockout.
Uga's like the Joe Frazier, and Smokey's like Muhammad Ali, because Joe Frazier had those short arms, right? He didn't have that arm length, reach, right? That's
really,
what
Uga have short arms? You look like you might have a little bit short arms.
Well, my brother has alligator arms when he goes to paying for stuff.
Oh, here we go. Oh boy.
Do I need to drop the sounder?
Don't do it.
All right, Dave. Let's look at some NFL.
Yeah.
Oh well, what other game I know you're going to like today? Oregon at Arizona State.
Oh my.
Really?
Another green team. Oregon is headed for all they got to do is win, and somehow Oregon State is still left. That's going to be a monster. Oregon State controls their destiny. Oregon State's playing Washington today. Washington's number 4 team in the country and favored on the road. Oregon State's favored in that game. So I actually think the Beavers win and knock out Washington. Yeah, but this will bring Oregon back into the national championship picture. They're playing for style points. They run Arizona State out of the desert.
That's at on ABC at 7:30 tonight, East Coast time, not your time.
Yeah, you're going to be up late. You're going to be up late tonight.
I'll be texting them later on tonight.
I'll be ready.
Let's look at the NFL.
Yes.
Because the only game we're going to talk to you about is the Philadelphia Eagles at Arrowhead Stadium.
Oh, my goodness.
Against the Kansas City. So many storylines that go with this game. Andy Reid against Nick Sirianni, old versus new. Kelsey versus Kelsey. Taylor Swift versus DeAndre Swift. Mahomes hurts. I mean, there's so many side stories to this game.
You're missing the biggest side story, which apparently is a big buzz in the maybe non-football community or the betting community. The in-laws are meeting. The Swifts are meeting the Kelseys. Everybody's going to be there. This is the pre-show before the Thanksgiving meal they're all going to have together. Who the hell knows?
Isn't she undefeated, book? Her record, right? She's undefeated.
Hold on a minute. Well, true. They're actually meeting.
Yeah, they're actually meeting. Is she going to wear an Eagles shirt though? Because she grew up
an Eagles
fan.
Major controversy. This is going to set off a lot of people.
When I was in Kansas City couple weeks ago, we the place was going buck wild for no reason, and I turn around. We're at the 45-yard line, and I turn around, and Taylor Swift, all she did was wave to the Kansas City fans, and the place went crazy. I didn't know what was happening. I thought it was a fight or something. I turned around, and Taylor Swift was, 15 feet, 30 feet away from us, and the place went crazy. People crying, and so
Hey, I'm a Swiftie now.
Yeah.
Listen, Dave, you got daughters. I got daughters. You know what? When I take my daughter to school every morning, she says, Dad, put on my station, her music station.
Yep.
All we play is Taylor Swift all day. I know she knows all the words, all the songs.
This is what happens. You guys are both girl dads. They control the aux, A-U-X. When you get in the car, they control the aux. You just drive. They control the music. Dave, your little ones are young. Get used to it. All the music you like, you have to listen to by yourself. No more picking your own song.
He doesn't have a man room. No more trophies or jerseys hanging
gone.
up.
Put all that stuff away. Dave,
No, I'm trying to take some real estate back, Dave. The last time we talked, I'm trying to get some real estate back in my house. I'm trying to change the tide. But the other thing was that my wife's friends are all like, "Oh, that's so cool that you met Taylor. You went to Kansas City." I was like, "Oh, cool, got a football fan." They're like, "Yeah, I saw the picture of Taylor Swift behind you." I was like,
I think it's good for football. I think it's good for the NFL. All these people are saying, I don't like it. Guess what? This is reminiscent of when Lance Rensel was with Joey Heatherton.
nobody knows what you're talking about. I think, Dave, you buried the lead in the fact that you were on the 45-yard line. Do you still got that kind of stroke with the Chiefs where you just show up and you get the 45? They don't put you in the end zone?
We sit with the legends, all the guys that were like I'm not
He's
one of the
I was
legends.
gonna say, wait, Dave, you're a legend?
No, the legends community. It's all like they do it once a year. It's usually the Raiders game, but it was the Chiefs this game, or it was the Chargers, and they all give us seats, and it's like a big alumni thing. But anyway, I was in shock because they were like, "Do you want to go up to the 50-yard line? And do you want to go up to the founder's booth and you want to meet Taylor Swift?" And I was like, I do want to do it just for the picture, but I think she'll be pretty annoyed by that, so I didn't go. But other guys did, and I was like, darn, I wish I did now.
Dave, you got to shoot your shot.
I
You get
know.
an opportunity like that. You went,
You blew it.
You want to meet
You blew
Taylor
it.
Swift and you fumbled? I mean, you gotta guess.
I did.
Yes.
Fumbled it into the end zone, Book.
I didn't
Fumbled
wanna
into
be-
the end zone.
I didn't want to be that
Gave
guy.
the ball back.
Oh, Dave,
I wanted to watch football that day.
Dave, there's a lot of football to watch. There's one shot to meet Taylor Swift. You're not getting another shot. I can't believe it. You would've
Okoye,
been a hero.
From Taylor Swift
Yeah.
to Christian Okoye.
Shut up, Billy. He's
The Nigerian night.
Ruben in college was Nigerian, and I was like, I just got to get a picture of him. I've been out there in Kansas City for 5 years, and I never met him. So he's just been coming around the place more recently, I guess. And I met Christian Okoye. I talked to him for like a half hour about Nigeria.
He's all football, Dave.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Listen, don't change.
Crazy.
Stay
Can we
the
talk
same.
about the actual game now? Because
Well, this is the Hatfields and the McCoys for you, Dave. Who do you like in the game? This is
right.
All right. Now I'll say it. I'm going to get yelled at by somebody for this, but in this, you'll ask.
I'd like you to be honest.
We're going to interview Jason Dunn tomorrow. I'll
Yep.
bet you he'll say the same thing, or he can't because he's got to really deal with the fans. I think the Eagles haven't even played their best football yet, and I think the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes, but they don't have a very complete. Like they're not complete. They don't have a deep threat right now. They're not as complete as the Eagles, and Eagles haven't played their best football yet. I think the Chiefs have played their best football. So I'll just say that they're playing their best with the best quarterback
Dancing
in
around
the
it.
possibly.
The
ever.
Chiefs' offense is
Dancing around
ranked.
it,
The
folks.
Chiefs' offense, if this year is probably an anomaly. They're not as good as they have been. They're ranked 8th in the league, and their defense is better than they've ever been.
Yeah, like the kids say, they use the word mid all the time. The Chiefs' offense is mid, okay? But the Chiefs' defense is very good. The Eagles' defense we know is good. I like the under a lot, and I haven't got the weather yet completely, but it's supposed to maybe be a little bit wet, cold, all that other stuff. I think it's a close game. It wouldn't surprise me if either team wins. But, I mean, I want to keep coming on here and maybe get another T-shirt. So I'll say the Eagles will win. Okay. I mean, you
Well, here
got to
on
know
the,
your audience.
Caesars-
But I like
on
the game under,
Caesars-
Billy.
The Caesars Sportsbook. See, I'm not even looking at the newspaper. The Caesars
Yeah.
Sportsbook says the Eagles are getting 2.5 and the over/under is 45.5.
Is that the senior special phone? That thing looks like a tablet. That is a big one. You got that print turned up high. I can read that all the way from Vegas.
You can probably
all
see
the way
it.
up.
The font is big. I had no idea. You're like blind up close. Man, oh man. What about the Steelers in Cleveland, Billy? I know we're focused on the Monday night, but
what?
The Pittsburgh Steelers are 6-3, Billy.
I
It's
want to look in
nighttime
the rear view.
Pittsburgh
I want to
behind.
look in the rear view mirror, Dave. I noticed the windshield's bigger than the rear view mirror, but I lost money. I took Cincinnati. Not only did I lose the game, I lost Joe Burrow off my fantasy team because he's out for the rest of the year. What a disappointment.
What was the injury for Von Burrow?
Wrist.
His
Wrist out.
I
rest of
saw
the
him
year.
go. I thought it was a
Gone.
finger or no, what it was. I saw him like
Wow.
react.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want to tell us about that game, you go ahead.
All right. Well, no, Pittsburgh's playing Cleveland. The total's the lowest total in the NFL, I believe, this season, but it's 33. And I was going to come on here and tell you should probably still play the under because it's going to be an ugly game. DTR's playing quarterback for the Browns because Watson's out for the season. Steelers' offense is ranked 31st in the league. It's an ugly game. A lot of the rhombuses, parallelograms, guys that drive, fancy cars, big bags of money, they're all on Cleveland. I want Pittsburgh to win because I think they're still alive. The Ravens are going to win that division, Billy. And the other thing in the NFL, Billy, this is a big week for teasers. You got so many choices. You got a big spread with Washington against the Giants. You got Miami laying a big number against the Raiders. You got Dallas on the road at Carolina and San Francisco at home against Tampa. All double-digit spreads. I thought, Schweim's coming right from the locker room. He's going to tease all the favorites down. He can't lose.
Well, if you want more information, follow Dave Sharapan, the sportsbook consigliere at SportsBKConsig on Twitter, and pick your brain, ask him a question, anything you want at SportsBKConsig. Dave
Thank
Sharapan,
you, Billy.
the
We're going to
sportsbook
try to
consigliere.
survive this F1 race. The Las Vegas, pay attention this week. It's been crazy. They're doing this big F1 race tonight. I'm not driving in it, but Billy, if you were here, I would ride in a car with you while you drive. Because I know you're a good driver.
Also, hey, by the way, today at 1:00, the Flyers against your Las Vegas Knights, Golden Knights.
Flyers are live in that game. It's a long road trip, and the
they're
Knights
home
have
at
been
Wells
tested.
Fargo, but still, They won the last 3 games. The Flyers, they beat the Kings, the Ducks, and the Hurricanes. And now they got the Knights, the defending Super Bowl, Stanley Cup champions. I'll get it right. Super Bowl, World Series, Stanley Cup.
It's all the same, Billy. Good effort. Go Flyers. If the Flyers get good, that's going to give us life because the Sixers are good. The Sixers are a good basketball
They're
team.
for real.
It'll give us something to talk about the rest of the season. Have a great day, boys.
Dave, we love you, brother. And we'll talk to you next week.
Happy Thanksgiving to all.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, we'll talk to you guys.
There he is, the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan, live from Las Vegas. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game, let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Hey, I'm here to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. La Scala, you got to get down to La Scala's in Brigantine. It opened this summer to rave reviews. The food is phenomenal. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian-American seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll enjoy their famous pizza, daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Get down there. Every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9. One free signature pizza per table. So get there early. Drink specials include $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peronis, and $4 house wines. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on ESPN Radio. It's a critical showdown in the Pac-12. Undefeated Washington looks to keep their playoff dreams alive when they face Oregon State, who are alive in the fight for an appearance in the Pac-12 championship game.
Oregon State is the quintessential spoiler. Oregon State's for real.
5th ranked Washington and 11th ranked Oregon State. Coverage begins today at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
It's College Football Saturday on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia Star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weak your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
With GMF financing to qualify buyers, excludes Corvette, excludes prior sales.
When you need a car, there's only one thing to know. There's no beating Bennett. While other dealers are still selling at or even above MSRP, Bennett is selling new vehicles at the GM supplier employee price. Not one penny more. That could easily save you 10% or thousands of dollars on your next car. But that's just the beginning, because Bennett gives you all the rebates. Not either or, you get both. And if you want used, the news gets better. Bennett is paying a whopping minimum $10,000 for any trade towards any pre-owned in stock. That's a minimum $10,000 for total junk. Imagine how much more you'll get if your trade actually runs. And finally, our non-commissioned sales staff is paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend, so there's never any pressure. It's actually a very pleasant experience. But don't take our word for it. Find new roads at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, and producer Nick Earnshaw. Hey, don't forget tomorrow, the whole crew will be down at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana, as we are each and every Sunday throughout the football season. Mike Carlin, Josh Henning, yours truly, and Dave Klemic will be joining us tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you down there. We have a lot of fun down there at Caesars. The Tropicana is really cool. I mean, they got so many places. You got Chickies and Pete's. You got Hooters. You got Taco Tash and Go. They got all these great places. Carmine's.
It's
all under one roof.
And where we're at, there's the TV screens are so
Oh, my
big.
God.
They're just
Gigantic.
Like movie theaters.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Come on down.
And when we're the show anyway with Josh, and Josh is a real, chops buster with Billy. They'll go at it. It's fun. Everybody's kind of gets a little chippy and fun on that one. I love it.
All right, 609-403-0973 is the text board. Our question today, who's your favorite Monday night announcing crew? 609-403-0973.
All right, so we have a couple of texts in giving who they think the best announcers were for Monday Night Football. Diamondback Derek chimes in. John Madden, Pat Summerall, and Al Michaels were his favorites.
All right. Yeah. You can't go wrong with that.
Hard
but yeah, that's hard. I mean,
let's take a vote.
But that I associate. Say who is it again?
So Al Michaels, John Madden, and Summerall.
But see, John
They're kind of
Madden,
all over the place.
Madden and Summerall I associate with Sunday games. CBS.
Right.
I don't associate them with Monday night.
I do too.
All right, what's the other one?
All right, Dan and EHT. Buck and Aikman are so good. I never listened to Peyton and Eli. So Peyton and Eli, they have the alternative.
Right, and I got to be honest with you. I'm with Dan. I watch the regular live. I don't watch Peyton and Eli.
Right.
Because Eli, while I think he's a nice guy, he's still. I look at him and I see a Giants helmet on his head with that dumb look on his face. I don't know what it is.
He does.
He actually in person is a lot more personable
Right.
and funny than he is. But I can't get that vision
He always
out
looks
of my
puzzled.
head.
He always
he
looks
looks
puzzled. He looks puzzled.
So
all
I
the
met
time.
Eli at the Maxwell
Yeah.
Awards a couple years ago. Oh gosh, this is now
right
20 years ago.
Wow.
Okay,
Couple
not
years
a couple
ago.
years ago. It was 03.
My whole life, Dave.
Coach Vermeil gets the Coach Vermeil gets Maxwell Award, NFL Coach of the Year. So I go up to a hotel room. He goes, "Yo, come with me to the hotel room." I'm sitting at Vermeil's table.
Right.
He goes, "We're gonna go up to the Manning's hotel room." I go, "What?" Eli's up there, Peyton's up there, and Archie. Right. My uncle's with me. He goes, "Yo, oh my gosh, can I come with you?" I said, "Yeah, come with me." He works at the at the hotel. So I said, "Come up." So we're having drinks. Now I don't drink, but we're having drinks with Peyton, Eli, and Archie.
That's great.
Eli was the funniest one in the whole group.
Yeah, he seems like he's got a real
cracking
good
everybody up.
personality.
Yes,
but
he's very
I
funny.
just look at the head, the
Yeah,
helmet.
he went undercover. I don't know. There was like a video he did. He went undercover as like a college quarterback. That was the funniest.
hysterical.
That
At
was
Penn
hysterical.
State.
Yeah,
Hey,
that was
Dave,
great. It was
Dave,
at Penn State. Yep.
Dave, let me ask you this question. Coach Vermeil coached at Kansas City. He coached at Philadelphia. What side is he going to be standing on Monday night?
Oh, I'll shoot him a text right now.
Yeah,
I'll see
no,
what it
yeah,
says.
text him.
I'll post it on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, text him right now and ask him what sidelines he's
He'll
sitting.
give
He's
a
gotta-
very-
he's going to give a. He better not give a neutral. He's got to pick a side.
Pick a side.
Tell him to pick a side on Monday night. Tell
Billy
him-
and Nick said pick a side.
What side are you going to stand on if you had to pick a side on Monday night?
Gotta go Eagles. He's
That's
got to
what
go
he's-
Eagles.
He's texting the coach right.
He's got to go Eagles. Coach,
Six-
Vermeil, gotta go
He's
Eagles.
gonna go Eagles and like diplomatically, but he doesn't know I'm asking us on a radio show.
So you better say
he might
that.
just give us the answer.
Probably let him know.
Yeah.
Let him know.
609-403-0973. By the way, we owe Dan from EHT a $25
We
gift
do.
certificate to Captain Chucky's in Sea Isle. You get that? And 609-403-0973. Who is your favorite Monday night
Crew? Yeah.
Announcing crew.
Yep.
We play that music again.
You want me to get the
Nick?
music
Let me
ready
hear that-
again?
Let me hear that music. I love it.
The book couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Man, I love that.
I love that.
So
Get
bad.
me ready for fall. You ready for some football?
When I was a kid, I got a TV maybe when I was in college,
Right.
and then I built a room in the basement of my house. So I would put it.
Your
think
old
the
man room.
coolest
Where,
thing, yeah.
where you had your jerseys in your
When I
old
was a
man
kid,
room.
yeah.
Your
My mom's
former
house.
man room.
It was like, and I turned the TV on. We had Monday Night Football in
Yeah.
my basement. I felt like the coolest kid ever.
Yeah, it's the best on the speakers, the
Yeah.
surround sound. Nothing beats it.
Hey, by the way, just to let you know, we're streaming live on my YouTube channel. Go to my website, thelockerroombillyschweim.com. Scroll down. You can watch us on TV there. The YouTube channel is streaming live. And, of course, if you miss our show, we're always on Spotify, 8 podcast locations.
You can rewatch on YouTube.
You can
too.
rewatch on YouTube. Check it out. All there available for you. Hey, I want to remind people for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Now, I'm here to tell you about Stanton Insurance Group. SIG Protection are the what-ifs keeping you up at night. Life is full of surprises, but with the Stanton Insurance Group, you'll never be caught off guard, whether it's protecting your home, automobile, or your business. Stanton will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price to give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit sigprotection.com to get your free quote today. That's sigprotection.com. And I got to tell you about Captain Chucky's in Seattle. You get your game day meal. They're open today. They're open Fridays and Saturdays. Get down there today. Try their famous crab cake, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano's stuffed breads, pierogies for the pierogi kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB. That's 609-905-CRAB. Or visit CaptainChuckySeaIsle.com. Go down there and say hello to owners John and Kathy McCann. They're at 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle City to see all they have to offer. Online ordering and local delivery is now available. That's Captain Chucky's in Sea Isle. It's crab with an attitude. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, Nick Earnshaw on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey later today on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app with Tim Saunders and Todd Fedora calling all the play-by-play action. It's Flyers Golden Knights later today. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey on the radio home of the Flyers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN, and listen live on the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again, again, call and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Pintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Winning means keeping our community safe. I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, we need to focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked out of reach of children and only accessible by you.
If you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
Hey, it's number 59, Seth joining Birds Football. Best time of the year. Bet Parks is the official casino and sportsbook app I recommend. Join me and download the Bet Parks app right now. When you open the Bet Parks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moment. The anticipation of another face card, the thrill of an extra spin, and the joy of a jackpot. It's all your favorite games at your fingertips. Get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. You play for fun. You love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 in New Jersey, Ohio, Maryland. Gambling problem. 1-800.
Hey, it's Joe Conklin from Conklin's Comedy Night at Parks Casino, and I'm psyched to cheer on the Philadelphia 76ers this season with Parks, the official local casino partner of the 76ers. Parks Casino is number one with the hottest live tables and slots, great dining and bars, and the best live entertainment in the region. Need a fun and exciting game day destination? Get into Parks to watch your favorite teams at the Liberty Bell Gastropub or the Beer Garden. Visit parkscasino.com. This is how you win. The owner over gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chief and Mainland Mustang alumni, wide receiver Dave Klemic, and, of course, producer Nick Earnshaw. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Who's your favorite Monday night announcing crew. Who's your favorite crew? 609-403-0973. What do you got, Nick?
All right, so we have Kevin from EHT. He said, good morning, locker room crew. Just saying hello. Excited to hear NFL predictions for this week. He said, I enjoyed John Gruden and Mike Tirico.
Wow, John Gruden. I didn't even know he was only on for what, 1 year, I guess.
No, he was on for a couple of years.
He was on for a couple of years. I like Gruden. Listen, Gruden's, you know how passionate he is? Like, remember that Hard Knocks? That was great. I love that. He was entertaining.
He had I remember when that whole thing went down with Washington and they looked at his emails that he was getting.
It's private, man.
And they were looking at his private emails. I think stupid thing was he was saying stupid things on his on his Raiders email.
Right.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like even if you were making jokes or using colorful language, that's okay in a locker room. It's not
okay on a program.
But I also don't think you should be canceled for life if you're saying
cancel culture.
Maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was on from 2009, 2017. He was on for a while.
Was he really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize
I
he was
grew up
on.
with him and Tirico on.
Really?
Yeah, when I was younger.
Wow. How about that?
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was on that long.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, do we have an update? The coach?
Oh, shoot. Yes. Speaking of text,
you just text Coach Dick Vermeil, and we were asking him what sideline is he going to be on Monday?
All right. So
if he was there, he's probably not going to be there.
I don't know if he would was going to take a side, but he kind of did. He goes, I like both. The Eagles are a little better team, guy said. And if they both play well, it will come down to who plays the smartest. I'll tell you why he always says this. Fewest penalties and giveaways. Happy Thanksgiving. Love, Coach. So he's always going to say, he's the first person I ever remember talking about the turnover ratios. In my life, I never heard of that ratio.
Right.
So playing the smartest is protecting the ball. Punting means you're winning. It's a weird thing to say. But
what do you mean punt? If you're
punting, you're winning. Even if that's a weird thing to say, but if you're turning the ball over, you're losing. So he's like,
you're giving them better field position.
The field position plays a big part into possession and time of possession, right?
Right.
So you want to not give the ball away. That's why he says that. But anyway, I feel the same way. The Eagles are of a better team. So even if you're playing in Kansas City, I don't think that's going to stop.
All right, I got some team stats. I did some homework. I got some stuff printed out. Okay.
Not digitally though.
I did.
Yeah, you did. You printed it out. You printed it out. DeAndre Swift is having a phenomenal year. He's rushed 135 attempts, 614 yards. His average is 4.5, which is a pretty good average. All right. 3 TDs. For some reason, I don't think our offensive line has been our run blocking has been suspect. Would you say over the last couple weeks? Yeah, they haven't ran the ball as much.
No,
though. That's the problem.
Last week they did against Dallas.
Yeah, last week they
were
did.
winning.
But in the beginning of the season, you saw this team really run a lot and establish the run because that's what was working. Now you're seeing them go downfield, and like Dave mentioned earlier, you feel like this team hasn't put it all together yet. Like there's still another gear that they can get to, and I think running the ball will get them to that gear at some point.
Well, and another thing is the offensive line, and when they're always pass blocking. Right. I heard somebody say this the other day. I thought it was genius. The way that you pass block is to absorb. You're absorbing
the blow,
right? And because if you don't establish that run early on, where the defensive line has to feel you push them around,
right?
They're going to keep driving super fast on the ball. So if we have to establish the run early, and have a couple runs right at the middle where we're gaining 10, 15 yards or whatever, we score on a run. And then they start to go, I better not over pursue.
Right, because you got to right.
So you have to set that tone early on in the game, maybe the first drive where you just start pushing these guys around, not constantly being pushed around, and them having such a quick jump on the ball and then sprinting to your quarterback. They have to be worried that you're going to run through those lanes. That's why we talk about establishing the run. I want to just say that on the radio.
All right.
That's
AJ Brown's having a monster year. There's no question about it. 67 receptions, 1,005 yards already, and they're already in week 11. Devontae Smith, 42 catches, 533 yards. Dave, will he reach 1,000? Remember, they both had 1,000 last year.
I think he will.
He's got how many games left? He's got they're 8-1.
8-1.
So that's 9. So they have 8 games left.
Yeah, teams are already rolling coverage to AJ Brown now. If you watch that, what I mean by rolling is taking that safety and sliding that right over top of wherever AJ Brown is. And that's where
So he's got 533. He's still got 8 games to do it.
the second half of the season is going to be in my Devontae Smith.
I think so
going to be
too.
all him.
How bad is the loss of Dallas Goddard?
Yeah,
And remember, Calcaterra is he's dealing with a concussion, so they got
They're thin.
Stoll.
Yeah, they're
They're
thin.
thin.
They're thin at tight end. I think it matters because of what he can do in when he blocks. Like, he's a really good blocker, and because they didn't really get him involved offensively early on in the season, and they were fine because they got AJ Brown involved. They got Devontae Smith, DeAndre Swift. They have plenty of weapons, but I think in the run blocking, pass blocking, when he's not there, I think that'll make a difference.
Dave, so without Dallas Goddard, do you think they're going to have to rely on? Remember, they got Julio Jones, Devontae
They have plenty of weapons.
Smith, AJ Brown. Is this going to open up like the 12 and 11 and 13? What do you call it? The 12
personnel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in other words, where they play without a tight end. I mean, they still have Stoll and Calcaterra, but do you think they'll change it up because of the loss of Dallas Goddard?
I think so, but and Julio Jones, remember, is a very big wide receiver who could do, and he's an older guy.
Yeah.
So now he could do some of those
Experience.
post up plays, like those kind of choice routes down the middle, or like right on the outside defensive ends, and pick up blitzes if he had to. But I think they're going to really. I think if you get the new tight end involved right away and get him some confidence, get a couple of quick throws on little out choice routes, you got to get him involved because you're going to need that guy that's taking on the third down. You send everybody deep, and then you just pull that Travis Kelce stuff where he just catches those little 6-7 yard passes and gets a first down. You got to get him involved. I mean, that's what your team's only as good as your depth, and they got to do that with their new tight end. I swear, like, Dallas Goddard's is a huge loss.
Yeah.
I think we still got to involve a new tight end.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Who's your favorite Monday night announcing crew? 609-403-0973. Of course, the Eagles, they have a hard time stopping tight ends from. I mean, the Eagles are the ranked 28th against the pass. It's not good.
Not great.
You're going up against Mahomes. You're going up against Mahomes and Travis Kelce with Taylor Swift in his stands.
And we're trying to figure out what she's going to wear.
So is the Kobe Dean, is that a big loss? Because he's going to be out for
I think so. I mean, you really haven't had him most of the season. He's been
So
kind of injured all season long. You're going to have guys step up in the secondary. Like, you're going to see younger guys play in the nickel spots and cover those tight ends. I don't know how you're going to stop Travis
Dave,
Kelce.
what does Vermeil always tell you? Hard work outdoes hard work. Give me that saying.
Well, the one you like, your players don't care.
No, but I also like the other one. Hard work beats good work when you work hard or something. Ah, man.
I don't even know what you're talking about. That's
Hold on, I'll think. Let me
think of it.
Let me compose myself.
Brain fart.
Talent. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Oh, yes. Yeah. All right, no, you're right.
That's what Vermeil says,
yes.
right?
So one of those other things too, and with this is true. Like, if you look at like the work ethic of teams, right? That's where I think
you heard the coach Chuck Smith say that.
Yeah, the head coach establishes the work ethic of teams,
right.
So like in the work ethic, that means everything that you do, and you don't screw up on penalty. You're a low penalized team, and I think that penalties are going to be a huge factor in this game because you're playing in Kansas City. They're going to be loud, really loud. I'm telling you, we were just there.
Not as loud as the link.
It's deafening. It's deafening, especially if Taylor Swift is there. Deafening.
All right, we'll be down at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Me, Dave Klemic, Mike Carlin, and Josh Henning. We'll be bringing it to you. We'll be talking with Jason Dunn, which is he's a unique individual for the simple reason he's played 4 or 5 years for the Eagles and then another 5 or 6 years for the Chiefs. So he can speak intelligently on both sides. He's been on both sides
in
of the ball.
Kansas City, but he has a house still here in
that
South
right?
Jersey. Yeah. So he's got great ties in both areas. So.
Of course, we'll be talking with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. We get the keys of the game with Scott Grayson, brought to you by Blitz's Market, and then my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant. Now, you know what? During that broadcast last night, I heard one of the announcers say, well, we're going to go down to Charlie's after the game.
Well, it's a big tradition that they donated the lights at Mainland in 1995. The first game under the lights ever.
Jimmy and Jeff Thomas.
They donated all this money it was Charlie's did it.
Right.
Donated
Right.
like I think it was like $70,000.
Right.
And we got the lights. First play under the lights, Tony DeSalle, 75-yard touchdown for and the place went berserk. It was packed because it was the first game under lights.
Yeah,
Right.
first one.
And then we won a state championship, and so our pictures are all up in Charlie.
Yeah,
Park.
yeah, I've
That's
seen
great.
it. Yeah, I've
And
seen it.
they've done a ton for the area and donating to sports programs. And
Good
stuff.
steward of
They're
the
great.
community.
Yep.
Jeff and
Yeah.
Jeff and Jeff.
R.I.P. Jack.
Yeah.
The dad. Yeah. The
Jeff
dad.
and Jimmy Thomas.
Yep.
They also sponsor the fantasy football guru Brian Hartley. All right. So the Eagles are 2.5-point underdogs. They're getting 2.5, which is right where they should be for they're on the road, right?
I'm surprised that they're an underdog.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to Kansas
I'm
City
not.
against Mahomes.
I'm not.
Arguably the best
I'm not.
quarterback.
You're not.
Yeah, I'm not. Usually you get 3. It's going to be a close
I'm shocked
game.
that people are. I mean, I think the Eagles can win this game, but I'm not feeling like it would surprise me if they lose.
No, because I mean that's how good Kansas City is. I mean,
But-
they have Patrick Mahomes. You cannot count
But if
him out
they
ever.
win, Nick, I'm
It's
going to be
even better.
elated.
It's going to be even better
Yeah.
when they win.
But right now, I was there watching this team play. They can really play offense. Like they're really and they're doing good statistical and defense too.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, the Eagles. Look, I played there. I'm telling you guys, this one's an Eagles game.
All right.
By-
Okay.
by
I hear you like it.
7-8.
I like
points.
the confidence.
Yeah.
I like the confidence.
For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. This is coming from a guy, he takes a picture of Christian Okoye instead of Taylor Swift. Dave, how did you do that?
Because my roommate in college was Nigerian, and he would talk about him all the time. And I was like, I just got to get this picture. And when they said you were going there, Taylor Swift, and I was like, I don't want to be a fanboy. I'm like, wait, I was a fanboy.
Anyway, either
All
way.
right. When we return, we'll wrap it. I can't believe this show's over already. Can you guys? It's unbelievable.
I can't wait to see you tomorrow.
We'll get a double dose of Dave Klemic. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic, and Nicky Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Listen this Saturday to Notre Dame football on 97.3 ESPN.
Hi, Notre Dame fans. This is Super Bowl champion Ryan Harris. Join me, Paul Burmeister, and Tony Simeone this Saturday as the Fighting Irish battle the Demon Deacons from Wake Forest at Notre Dame Stadium. Make sure to tune in right here on your home for Notre Dame football.
It's Notre Dame football.
Harmon goes all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Unreal. On 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 3:30.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza. The pizza.
right nearby. Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you go. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. The holiday season should remind us that faith and family are the most important things in life. And we hope that you succeed in coming together with those you love this holiday season. Holidays have this magical power to magnify small things to ever greater memories over time. Happy holidays.
Offices in Philadelphia, Radnor, and Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Michelle Ferrari, licensed in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Paid for by Cordell & Cordell. At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every basket, every game, every point, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a three-pointer at the buzzer to tie the game, or a player goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only, must be present in New Jersey. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, Nicky Earnshaw. Last week, Dan from EHT, you won last week's Captain Chucky's $25 gift certificate, and this week we're going to give it to Kevin from EHT.
Yes, Kevin from EHT won this week.
Now, on our screen right now,
that'll be
it's the surprise, guys.
If you're tuning in,
end the show with a bang.
End of the show with a bang. We're looking at a picture on my YouTube channel of Dave Klemic sleeping in his long John Kansas City Chiefs pajamas. That's a classic right there.
It's a great picture of my butt. If you ever wanted to see a butt picture.
Well, how fast did that show go by, fellas?
Flew.
Tomorrow we'll be down at the Caesar Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Dave Klemic will be joining Mike Carlin, myself, and Josh Henning as we get you ready for Week 11 in the NFL, plus NFL Monday Night Football with the Eagles and the Chiefs. Scott Grayson, Jason Dunn will join us tomorrow, former Eagle Chief tight end, and, of course, the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. We got the Flyers at 1 o'clock against the Golden Knights. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody, right here on 97.3 ESPN.